When I was in 5th or 6th grade, I distinctly remember studying that the Ukraine area, that part of Russia, the USSR, was the breadbasket of the world, that part of the world. Do you remember that? We used to call it the breadbasket of the. See, all of the good weather, all of the grain, all of the food, so much of the food, vegetables, produce is grown in the Ukraine. It's also got some wonderful cities and a growing economy. And if you don't think that President Putin is just wrenching his hands together, trying to think of a way that can be a part of Russia, and the only way that could ever happen is to get rid of President Trump. But as his economy gets worse and worse, I mean, they're in bankruptcy, folks. They don't have an economy. They have to be, because all they have is the military and oil. And the oil is financing their growth in the military and a few other little things that they're able to do. That can't happen anymore because of oil prices. So they don't have anything. They've got to be in bankruptcy. And so, trust me, they would be looking in these other areas. I believe that President Trump desperately needs to have what was promised by President Bush, a missile defense system, early warning detection system in Poland. Now, Russia convinced, I'm being kind, Russia convinced President Obama not to go ahead with that. We need to get that in place for the sake of NATO, for the sake of America, and for the sake of flexing our muscles to Russia. That should be in place. And we need to do that. So I would hope after this election is over that President Trump will have real serious conversations. And I'll tell you something, it's the best negotiating tool you could ever have. Because everything changes if we have that in Poland. Everything changes with Russia. The whole dynamic changes. What they can do, what they can't do, what they think they can get away with. They're not going to be able to flex any muscles or in Eastern Europe. And we should be putting that system in. Should be up and running and expanding and growing. So, they're the kinds of things that we're looking at. When we look at the oil markets, we got to keep all that into consideration. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.